Welcome to Convocation and Welcome Week.
Welcome to Convocation and Welcome Week.
Welcome to Convocation and Welcome Week.
My name is Emma and I am from Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm a junior majoring in political science.
My name is Connor and I'm from Fargo, North Dakota. I am a junior majoring in biochemistry.
My name is Matt and I am from St. Cloud, Minnesota. I'm a senior majoring in physiology.
My name is Sri and I'm from Nagpur, India. I'm a senior majoring in mechanical engineering.
I am a senior majoring in genetics and psychology.
I'm a junior majoring in biochemistry.
I'm a junior majoring in English and Spanish.
I am a senior majoring in ecology, evolution, and animal behavior.
I'm a junior majoring in genetics, cell biology, and development.
Welcome to Convocation and Welcome Week.
Being a University of Minnesota student means...
Being a University of Minnesota student means...
Being a University of Minnesota student means...
Being a University of Minnesota student means getting the opportunity to lead in so many ways on a diverse campus.
Being a University of Minnesota student means meeting someone new every day.
Being a University of Minnesota student means belonging to a community filled with collaborative and innovative thinkers.
Being a University of Minnesota student means striving for excellence in all your endeavors and demonstrating strong moral character throughout your life.
Being a University of Minnesota student means taking advantage of being at a Big Ten school in a large city by studying abroad, doing research, finding internships.
Being a University of Minnesota student means being a member of a community that lives and breathes maroon and gold.
Being a University of Minnesota student means that you are part of something bigger than yourself.
How are you going to make the most of today?
How are you going to make the most of today?
Learn about your University of Minnesota traditions.
Participate in Welcome Week activities and in College Day today.
Meet people.
Go to faculty office hours.
Be proactive.
Visit your advisor.
Make a budget.
Be resourceful.
Ask questions.
Make connections.
How are you going to connect?
And now please stand for the President, members of the Board of Regents, and the faculty of the University of Minnesota, and remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good morning. Please have a seat. I'm Eric Kaler, and it's my great pleasure to serve as the president of the University of Minnesota, and I'm very happy to share this exciting and powerful moment with you. You've seen the power of the M, which is part of the power of the class of 2017. Welcome to your new academic home. I'm pleased to be able to introduce you to your Board of Regents, the governing board of the University of Minnesota. I'll introduce them by name and ask them to stand and ask you to give them a round of applause at the end. First, our chair, Rick Beeson. Vice Chair, Dean Johnson. And Regents, Clyde Allen, Linda Cohen, Tom Devine, Peggy Lucas, Abdul Amari, and Patricia Simmons. Please give them a round of applause and thank them for their service. Welcome to our deans, our faculty, and our staff, and a special thanks to the amazing gang of Welcome Week leaders who apparently drink ridiculous amounts of coffee and have all of us pumped up for this morning. Please, a round of applause for the Welcome Week leaders. Now, you might not know this, but more than 43,000 high school seniors from around the state and around the world wanted to come to the University of Minnesota this year, and 5,500 of you are here today. We're so proud of you, we're proud of your accomplishments, and we're exceptionally proud of your potential. We know a lot about your wide-ranging array of talents from the Strength Quest assessment you took recently. I also took that test, as did the regents and senior leaders on campus. Here's what I learned about myself. First, I'm an achiever. Second, I'm analytical, as you would expect an alum of the College of Science and Engineering to be. Competition is also one of my strengths. I'm good at individualization, which is getting different kind of people to work together. And I'm a learner, which is a good thing to be on my job. I'm sure you learned some new things about yourself through the Strengths Quest as well. And I hope you use that knowledge over the next 4 years to help you take advantage of all of the opportunities you will encounter here on campus. And as you do that, please remember you're entering a new zone of personal responsibility and personal accountability. Now, I don't want to get all serious with you right here this morning, but please be smart about the choices you make as you settle into the new world we call the you. One big mistake can last a lifetime. And remember, we are all here to support you, to enable you to succeed both in and out of the classroom. Please make us proud, and I look forward to your making new friends, doing great things at the University of Minnesota. As you make friends and get to know your roommates and colleagues, take care of each other. Do new and important stuff. Join a club, study abroad, volunteer, participate on an intramural team or a musical group. Affiliate with students like you and students different from you. Wear maroon and gold. Be Gopher fans. And this is very important, and I say this from the bottom of my heart. We love our Gophers, but be careful to avoid those other less attractive rodents like wolverines or badgers. But know this, going to college, studying at this university is serious business. All of us up here, the faculty, the staff, our regents, have our obligation and our duty to provide you with a rigorous world-class education, a deep and wide global outlook, and 4 years of growth, development, and excellence. And in 4 unforgettable years, we expect you to cross the finish line, a proud class of 2017. Take all of the power and energy from this day, the power from this M. Trick, huh? And carry it forward for yourself, for your classmates, and for the great University of Minnesota. Okay, let me now direct you to the white envelope that you were given as you walked into Mariucci Arena. And find that envelope and open it, please. It's a lot of noise to open 5,000 envelopes. That tassel is the symbol of your class of 2017. Please hang it where you will see it every day. Hang it as a reminder that graduating in 4 years is your goal, and that we're all planning to reconvene in May of 2017 at your graduation. Good luck. I'll see you around campus, and Godspeed.
Hi, my name is Benji, and I'm interested in studying biochemistry and microbiology.
Hi, my name is Greta, and I'm interested in studying business and Spanish.
We are the class of 2017.
We are the class of 2017.
Hi, my name is Brandon, and I'm interested in studying journalism and mass communication.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm interested in studying aerospace engineering.
We are the class of 2017.
We are the class of 2017.
We come from different backgrounds and have had a variety of experiences.
We all come together to form the new class at the University of Minnesota.
I am an artist.
I'm an athlete.
I'm a volunteer.
I am a musician.
I am a writer.
I am a researcher.
I'm a dreamer.
I'm an explorer.
I am a performer.
I am a scientist.
I'm responsible.
I am friendly.
I am an introvert.
I'm an extrovert.
I am social.
I am accomplished.
I am a learner.
I am self-aware.
I am resilient.
I am inquisitive.
I'm thoughtful.
I'm independent.
I am a collaborator.
I am a seeker.
I am a proud member of the University of Minnesota class of 2017.
We are scholars.
We are the most academically talented class ever.
We are travelers.
We represent countries from all corners of the globe.
We are leaders.
We are the class of 2017.
President Kaler and members of the faculty, we present to you our class.
The University of Minnesota class of 2017.
And now it's time to hear from someone who has already been in our shoes.
His passion for travel, language, finance, and helping others led him to represent his major, his college, and the University of Minnesota in many ways throughout his college career.
After graduating this past spring, he recently began working as a financial analyst for Target, and he's here today to share some of his experiences and advice as a fellow Gopher. Please welcome Eric White.
Hello and welcome to your university. This is not just a university anymore, it is your university, and I'm honored to be your guest today. One of the things that took me the longest to understand when I got here was that this university was mine the minute I walked in the door. You are going to be doing a lot of the thinking, working, learning, and changing around here, so be sure to make the most of it. A lot of good speeches start with an analogy, so I thought I wouldn't differ from that. The best analogy I could think of for college was that of a water slide. I remember going down my first water slide. I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I was in North Dakota for a family reunion. There was this big, rushing tube of water, and I was about to fling my body into it, which is a frightening prospect really at any age, but especially when you're young. I'd gone down slides before, but none this high, none this fast, and again, none gushing hundreds of gallons of water at an extremely high velocity. I'd been told to jump in assertively and to make sure I didn't hit my head on the entrance, but other than that, I felt somewhat unprepared for what was going to happen. When I got to the top, I decided I was probably going to chicken out and turn around. I was just about to turn around and go down those stairs when the nice lifeguard next to me asked me, "Why are you going?" I said, "Well, truthfully, it's my first time down a water slide, and I'm scared." He said something that stuck with me. He said, "Everything exciting is scary at first. You just have to try it." And I'm so glad I did. Thankfully, I did go down that slide. I loved every second of it. And faster than I could know, it was over. I think you'll find that there might be some truth to this analogy when you look back 4 years from now on your college experience. But I guess we'll just have to wait 4 years to see. With that awesome analogy out of the way, I wanted to tell you a couple things that I wish I had known before jumping into the water slide that is college. My first piece of advice is actually on the social side. Get to know each other on a deeper level. Remember that for the next 4 years, you have something in common with every single person in this room. It's about 5,800, I think, which is frightening to speak in front of, but nonetheless, you have something in common with every single person here, which is not going to happen that many other times in life. Make sure that you take time to really get to know people. Learn their story. Where are they now? Where did they come from? And where are they going? And share yours with them. Learning somebody's true story can take you both a long way. Next, don't be afraid to fail. And if you do, try to fail in style. Now, I'm not saying to intentionally fail a class. Trust me, none of us want that for you. What I do mean, however, is to take some risks, even if you're pretty certain or certain that you're going to fail. You might be surprised what happens. Remember, you don't want to be the guy or gal walking around who lost $1,000 because you're actually really bad at poker. You want to be the person walking around losing $1,000 because you tried to start a business with a friend. You don't want to have a bloody knee because you tripped up the stairs when you were late to class. You want to be the person who has that bloody knee and is wearing it proudly because you tried rock climbing or something exciting on the weekend. Next, try to think deeply and often. One of the best things about college is that it's essentially your full-time job to think and to learn. After college, there are very few careers that offer the same opportunity, unless, well, professors. So go get stumped. Stare at a sentence for 10 minutes trying to understand its true significance. Go to concerts at Ted Mann. Have a civil debate with classmates or a professor. Just make sure it's civil if you disagree with them. Create your own question and find your own answer to it. Just enjoy the fact that you're asked to think profoundly and generate new ideas. Now, I'm about to wrap up, but I want you to pay attention for just one more minute. If you can take one thing away from my whole speech, this is it, right here. Making your education meaningful is up to you. It's as simple as that. You have to own your education and your development while you're here. There are so many people and resources here that you can use to make this experience such an awesome one, but they can only help you if you seek them out. So go find things you like and do them. Find people you admire and talk to them. Find interesting faculty and ask them questions. Find something that fascinates you and study it. In the end, it's up to you to make this 4 years amazing. And remember, just like a water slide, it'll be over before you know it, and you can love every second of it. So go get to know people's stories. Fail once or twice, and think deeply as often as you can. If you do these things, I believe you'll find this water slide is quite the thrill. Thank you.
Barry Kudrowitz is an assistant professor and director of product design at the University of Minnesota.
He received his PhD from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, studying humor, creativity, and idea generation.
He co-designed a Nerf toy, an elevator simulator for the International Spy Museum, an Oreo separating machine, and a ketchup dispensing robot that was featured on the Martha Stewart Show.
Here at the U of M, he teaches design classes in which students work with children and industry to take their own toy ideas from concept to reality.
And now, class of 2017, please welcome Professor Barry Kudrowitz.
Hi. Hi. So, now that you're in college, people are going to expect you to be more serious. But I want to make sure that you retain your sense of play. This was really helpful for me when I was in school and now in my career. About maybe 7 years ago, I made this ketchup pooping robot. Yeah, I know, right? And it went viral on the internet maybe like 5 times. And I have a clip of one of the many clips of this. Okay. More recently, I was contracted by Oreo to make an Oreo separating machine that was part of their new campaign. And I have another clip of that for you.
Well, should we fire this thing up, make sure it works?
Step 1, load Oreos into chamber.
Step 2, singulate cookie.
Step 3, push top cookie into subject mouth.
Step 4, heat Oreo.
Step 5, atomize liquid cream and spray it into subject's mouth.
Step 6, eject cookie.
Right. So I try to be playful in everything I do. And I wanted to share with you some thoughts on why it's important for you to play while you're here at the University of Minnesota, in your classes, in your assignments, and in life in general. So firstly, play and creativity are highly correlated. Studies have shown that if you view an activity as play, you are going to be much more creative in whatever activity that may be. And you might say, okay, well, if I'm playing around, aren't I just going to come up with silly ideas? And the answer to that is no, for several reasons. And the first reason is that when we're playing, we are uninhibited in our thinking. And uninhibited thinking is what leads to discovery. Here's an example. 3M was trying to make a non-woven bra. And someone who was working on this project was goofing around and put this material on their face. And this led to the non-woven 3M dust mask, which most of you have probably used before. Right? If it wasn't okay for this person to play around, this would have never happened. Okay, another reason, the second reason why it's okay to play, is that playful things are more effective. Here are two examples. First example, I was working with Hasbro a while ago when they were making a product called Tooth Tunes. Some of you might have actually used Tooth Tunes. It's a toothbrush that plays music in your mouth when you brush your teeth. And they did studies with Tooth Tunes, and they found that it gets kids to brush their teeth for a lot longer than if they were using a regular toothbrush. So the second example here has to do with that urinal. And in Holland, in Schiphol Airport, they started adding a fly on the urinal, on the porcelain of the urinals. And you probably have seen this by now. Well, most of you, some of you. And they did studies in Schiphol Airport, and they found that the urinals that had the fly on them had 80% less spillage. So what happened here was that by adding a challenge element to this activity, they made the activity more effective and sanitary. There are a number of other examples like this on funtheory.com. They add piano effects to stairs to get people to exercise and use the stairs. They added sound effects to garbage pails to get people to not litter. This is another example I found in a theme park called Efteling in Holland, where they turn all of the trash bins into these characters. And the characters, they talk and they say, "Papier here," which means feed me your trash, in essence. And what happens is all of the children run around the theme park and they clean everything. Okay, the third reason why it's okay to play is that the things that we think are silly today might be innovative in the future. Here are two examples. They both happen to be cartoons, but that's okay. The first example is from the Jetsons. This is Rosie the Robot. And 50 years ago, Rosie the Robot would follow the Jetsons around the house and clean the floor after them. And at the time, this was ha ha ha, funny, there's a robot following you around and cleaning the floor. And right now, oh, wait a second, this is a serious industry from iRobot. The other example on this screen is Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. And 20 years ago, Wallace invented the mechanical pants. And he would use them to walk around the house, and it was funny. And today, the Army is putting lots of effort into making mechanical pants to help soldiers walk in the fields. So, my advice to you is this. It's pretty simple. Stay playful, embrace your silly ideas, and find the fun in whatever you're doing here at the University of Minnesota and in life, because you're going to be much more creative. Thank you all.
On campus, I'm involved in volunteering, the honors program, and I will also be studying abroad in Spain in the spring.
On campus, I am involved in Greek life, management information systems, case competitions, and intramural sports.
On campus, I am involved in the Commuter Connection, El Medina Cultural Center, and I'm also an orientation leader.
On campus, I'm involved in intramural sports and the university fencing team.
On campus, I am involved in Habitat for Humanity.
On campus, I am involved in the Aurora Center, and I also studied abroad in New Zealand.
On campus, I am involved in ballroom dancing and directed research, and I am also a student employee.
My advice for new students would be...
My advice for new students would be...
My advice for new students would be to use the first year to explore who you are as a student, friend, and global citizen.
My advice for new students would be to step out of your comfort zone and try something new. Just have confidence in yourself and get ready to have an amazing college experience.
My advice for new students would be to take advantage of all the activities, student groups, and opportunities available.
My advice for new students would be to take the time to really explore what your strengths mean to you and how they fit into your study habits, relationships, work life, and leadership style.
How are you going to make the most of today?
How are you going to make the most of today?
Take on leadership positions.
Use your strengths to shape your college experience.
Get to know your professors.
Set your goals.
Study.
Study.
Here's Professor Tim Dean to share another way students are involved on campus.
Good morning, everyone. Try that again. Good morning, everyone. There we go. Hi, how you doing? That's great. I want to be one of the first people to be able to step in front of you and congratulate all of you on making the best decision of your life so far, and that's to become a member of the University of Minnesota student body. You have chosen to attend one of the finest research institutions in the world. You have also chosen to become a part of what it is to be a member of the Big Ten, the history and the traditions that follow the 12 schools of the Big Ten. In the Big Ten, evidently, we don't count so well, but we do everything else great. That's where I come in, the history and tradition of the University of Minnesota. I'm one of the keepers of those traditions. I have the distinct pleasure of being the 18th director in the 122-year history of the University of Minnesota Marching Band. As a part of the University of Minnesota, part of the Big Ten, we're going to have some time over the next 4 years to teach you all of our school songs. We have 5. We're going to teach you the alma mater. Some of these songs stretch back over 100 years old, even older than most of the professors here. We're going to invite you to come to our pregame show before football games. It starts 20 minutes before kickoff. Parts of that pregame have been in existence for over 50 years. So we have this great thing where the alumni come back and they'll sit in the seats and they'll watch and they'll say, when I was in school, that was me. And then they'll come down and visit us in our facility in TCF Band Stadium, and they will visit with our fellow marchers and say, when I was in the band, I was you. And they make those connections and they make those networks really quickly because the alumni are very proud to be a part of this family, and they will be welcoming you. With that, my challenge to you to go along with this video is to do more than just the bare minimum. Going to college can be easy. You can go to class every day. Paid a lot of money for those classes. Go to class. You can study, study, and study. And in 4 years, if you're really good, they'll let you dress up like Harry Potter and come up and get a diploma. But I challenge you to do more than just be in college. Instead of taking your free time to keep up with the Kardashians or to find out what the desperate housewife of Beverly Hills is up to these days, I challenge you to step out and meet people around the campus that are outside of your major. I look back now on my time as an undergraduate student at the University of Minnesota, Morris, where I was close. I was close. I look back at all the friends I have from my undergraduate years, and it's the guys I did the student newspaper with. It's the guys I was on the student radio with, the guys I was in intramural athletics with. These are the guys, the lifelong friends I made. Weren't necessarily in my major. They were from everywhere else. So I challenge you to go out and find people that have interests the same as you that aren't wearing the same shirt that you are right now. See what else is on campus. Explore the campus. And you have a great advantage. You have these great devices you all carry around. Most of you are on them right now, where you can connect with these people, and you can go on the Facebook and you can put up a message saying, hey, I'm studying in Walter Library. If anyone's good at history, could you come help me? You can go up on Twitter and send a tweet to your fellow Twitterers and say, I'm studying OChem and I don't get it. Can somebody come help me? You can go and you can drop a Vine, or you can do whatever it is that you do on Snapchat, because I haven't figured that one out yet, and tell people when you need help. You can send text messages to each other saying, hey, I need to walk across campus at night, don't want to do it alone, who wants to go for a walk with me? Or, and you may not know this, it's my favorite part of those devices. If you hold it up and you punch in a specific series of numbers and hit a button at the bottom, you can hold it up to your ear and another human being will talk to you. There's an app for that. It's called the telephone. And if you find the right group of people, you can call them and you can say, you need help. For me, I've met a great student here from the Carlson School of Management. His name is Brandon Folks. Brandon Folks and I have done a lot of projects together. He's an entrepreneurial management major. And every time I need help, I know I can call Brandon and say, I need some help. And say, I'm doing a presentation in Mariucci Arena. I need some help. Can you find some people to come and help me out? And if you've gone around campus and found the right kinds of people, sometimes things like this happen. Class of 2017, let me introduce you to the 320-member University of Minnesota Marching Band. Why don't you have a seat for a second while we teach you some stuff here. Good morning, band. Good morning, sir. That's how it's done. Band, stand at ease. Before we continue, there are 75 members of the class of 2017 that are down here on the floor. Could you guys hold your horns up so they can all see you? They all look forward to meeting those of you in the same college as they are, and they will come and meet you as soon as I let them. Till then, we've been rehearsing already for just over 100 hours, getting ready for a football game that you may have heard of that's happening tonight. So we've been hard at it. So with this group is a great example of what you can do and reach out beyond your major. People look at this band often and say, geez, you got a lot of music majors at that school. Music majors, could you hold your horns up so we can see you all 22 of you? Okay? There are over 100 majors represented in the organization standing in front of you. People who love making music. Yeah. And they have chosen to continue doing so when they've got to college. Just because they're not majoring in music, they wanted to keep going. So the same to you. If you want to join Professor DeHaan, sing in a choir, come and play in one of the sit-down bands with us, we welcome you to do that no matter your major. You don't have to be a music major. If you want to be in intramural athletics, you don't have to be a kinesiology major. Go do that. If you want to be in the juggling club, you don't have to be a theater major. You can go do that. If you want to be in the chess club, you don't have to be a math major. You can do it. And even if you're not in the College of Science and Engineering, if you want to be in the Dungeons and Dragons club, go ahead and do that. Let me introduce to you my colleague from the College of Science and Engineering, Mr. Skeeter Burrows, who directs a lot of our pep bands here. That's why I can get away with that joke. One of the things this band would like to do is they hold a lot of these traditions dear. That's why they've chosen to do this. They want to be remembered for continuing the college way and the traditions. One of the things they would like to teach you is your alma mater. And we are going to do that, and I'm going to have your colleague, Mr. Brandon Folks, come up with a number of our students, and they're going to teach you all how to sing Hail, Minnesota. Sir?
Did you guys enjoy the show so far? Class of 2017, there's been one question on my mind ever since we heard you last night. Are you excited to be here? I don't believe you. Because we heard you last night. We heard how loud you can really be. And we're gonna see you all at the football game later today, and if so, that cheer's just not gonna do. Now, class of 2017, convince us. Are you excited to be here at the University of Minnesota? That's right! That's right, buddy, that's right! That's the kind of energy we're gonna need this afternoon, everybody. That's what we're gonna need. Now, like we said, we are here to teach you, and we are so excited to have you here at the University of Minnesota. And like we said, we have traditions here that date way back, way, way back. Our alma mater is one of those traditions. Hail, Minnesota, our alma mater, was written in 1904 by two students of the university. Two students, just like you and me. The first was a cornet player by the name of Truman Rickard. The second was a notable university poet named Arthur Upson. And together, they would emblazon this university with lyrics and melodies that we still sing and play to this day. And we would like to teach you those melodies and those lyrics right now, line by line. So, the first line of Hail, Minnesota. Minnesota, hail to thee, our college dear. Thy light shall ever be a beacon bright and clear. Thy sons and daughters true will proclaim thee near and far.
Thy sons and daughters true will proclaim thee near and far.
They will guard thy fame and adore thy name. Thou shalt be their northern star.
Thou shalt be their northern star.
Thank you all. So we're going to give you a chance, ladies and gentlemen. Tuba's up. You'll see at every sporting event that we play at that this is how we end the day, that we all come together and either play or sing Hail Minnesota to end our day. So as the tubas reload down here, we're going to invite you all to sing along with us for the first time. We put a little fanfare on the front and on the back to help you out getting in and out. But there's one rule about the alma mater you must know. You'll see when you come to football games and whatnot that everyone from the alumni and everything puts their arms around each other. You don't have to do that yet. I know you're shy. But you must stand. So you got to stand up now and see how you do singing our alma mater. Three. Nice job. Nice work. Thank you. Since you're standing, we got one more tradition we can help you out with, and then we've got to get back to rehearsals. Again, the game is tonight. 3:30 is the go for Victory Walk. 4:45, we'll be out on the plaza having a little pep rally. At 5, you're checking your watch, 5:45. 5:45, pregame begins. You got to be in the stadium ready to go. But right now, since you're standing, I invite you when you go back to your high schools and you're reliving, reminiscing in the glory days, and your high school band fires up their fight song, you can sing and clap along and sing with them. Unless it's set to the tune of On Wisconsin, then you can just stand and smile. But you all need to know that is no longer your school song. This is your Minnesota Rouser. great start to the year. Welcome to the University of Minnesota. We wish we could stay a little longer, but we've got a game to get ready for. So we're going to head on back. And if you would all stay, we're going to have them teach you one more great college tradition. That is the luring of college students to an event by promising them free food. So if you would all stay in your seats, James is going to come out here. James tried to explain this to me. I didn't get it. Something about two people from each college are going to come down. There's going to be some kind of contest, and then some of you can eat. I don't get it. He's going to come out and explain it to you. We got to go. Mr. Whittier, take us home.